Hi Leos, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you guys subscribe, I upload my new videos for Leo and Aquarius on Fridays. Also, for those of you guys who are interested, the deck that I'm using today is called the Gilded Tarot. And as always, if you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, my information is in the description below. But I do just want to give you guys a quick heads up that sometimes the cards like to flip over in the deck. I do see them, however, I usually only take cards that jump out of the deck, like these ones have. And usually if they jump out in groups that are too big, I'll go ahead and put them back and continue shuffling. But my main goal here is to get you guys roughly 8 or 9 cards, and then we can get started on your reading. So I'm just going to continue shuffling and get 2 or 3 more cards out for you guys, and then we can get started. So we have 2 cards left that just kind of stayed over here. And before we get started, Leo, I do just want to give you guys a quick reminder that in case you enjoy the video, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. I really love to see when these readings resonate with you guys. But your overall energy here is the Two of Pentacles, which can be sometimes a very difficult energy to be in because it's an energy of balance. So I think that you guys are going a lot in the way of really trying to balance out the energy that you guys have right now. Right? For a lot of you guys, I see sort of work life with your other responsibilities, or maybe even just like trying to, kind of manage it all, right? I usually don't like to date my readings too much, but as I'm filming this, it's in the middle basically of the corona pandemic. So I think that for a lot of you guys, there's a lot of issues with jobs, and even for those of you who are watching way after, I think that you guys might be really trying to balance your work life or just like your romantic life or anything else that you feel in your life right now are like competing forces. I feel like you guys almost feel a little bit lopsided because even if you look at the symbolism here, like one pentacle is a lot further down than the other one. And you can see sort of this trail here. So it looks like this guy's juggling out pentacles, really trying to strive for the best balance, which I think is what you guys are doing. And you're putting in a lot of energy towards that. So things can be a little bit difficult. But I do see here the 8 of Cups with the Knight of Wands. So I'm getting a couple different scenarios. For one, the Knight of Wands gets a really bad reputation because this can be a person who comes into your life and is very flighty, very quick to kind of just like pop in, pop out, leave, and then come back later, sometimes unannounced. And honestly, I feel like sometimes they overstay their welcome just a little bit for you, for your tastes. But I see that you're walking away from that kind of energy here with this 8 of Cups, right? So the 8 of Cups tells me that whatever this Knight of Wands in reverse energy is, you're walking away from that. And then sort of like the 2 other scenarios that I see here with the Knight of Wands in reverse is the Knight of Wands being sort of a message, right? So both of them kind of end up being the same thing. This to me feels like a message that isn't happening and you're walking away from that. So you're walking away from the energy of like you not receiving your messages on time or you not getting the things that you want. And then the other scenario is like a message that would have been bad for you or whatever, so it doesn't come in and you're walking away from that situation entirely. But I do see this kind of self-care energy here with the 8 of Cups where you're taking care of yourself first and foremost, and I think that's a wonderful energy to be in, right? And then I think that there has been a huge, oh look, you have the 8 of Pentacles, which is your work card, and it's in reverse. I didn't even see that until just now. But like I was saying, I'll talk a little bit more on that later. You have the 10 of Pentacles here with the King of Cups. So the 10 of Pentacles is actually a really good card, right? It's I like to call it my happy wife, happy life card because it talks about your happy home environment. So I think that for a lot of you guys, you're really trying to strive towards that kind of environment, but it's in reverse right now. So I feel like there is a lot of chaos that's going on in your home life. And I'm just going to mention it right now. Like the Eight of Pentacles here talks about work and skills and mastery of something, right? Production as well. So I'm seeing sort of like some difficulty here, and that's kind of affected your stability a little bit. So then you're over here worried about like, well, what do I do, you know, this week for X, Y, and Z? How do I pay this? How do I pay that? And I feel like you guys are really channeling into your sort of very creative fifth house kind of energy to find solutions that you can realistically do to, you know, get the things that you need. And I like seriously admire that because I see sort of this huge, powerful channeling here because we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is very emotionally literate, right? And he's very intuitive. He understands his emotions and the emotions of others, and he's able to act in a way where you get a lot of those positive benefits because he's able to really understand what's going on deep down inside, right? And with emotions and intuition also comes creativity, right? That's something that's very deeply associated with the cup energy, the water energy, right? And, you know, a strong sign that I'm getting is Pisces for a lot of you guys, so that might be relevant. But either way, I'm seeing that you guys are really putting the energy forth to find a creative way to really increase your stability here. And I think I see it really working. But beyond just the stability part, I'm seeing sort of this energy of there being like a devil in sheep's clothes here because I see the actual devil card, and that sort of leads me to believe that you guys feel like there is some devil influences or devil energies around you, right? So kind of good news, bad news situation here. The bad news is like this devil card is, you know, associated here with this Queen of Swords, sorry, this Queen of Cups, right? And like the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups are a partnership, right? They are soulmates and they're working together, but because sort of there's this influence over this queen, things are being a lot more difficult, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be like, because the devil could represent a whole myriad of things. Some of the common things that the devil represents are hypersexualization, which I'm getting it for some of you stems from some kind of, you know, inner mental work that you might have to work through. And then also the feeling of just like general sinisterness around you. So I feel like there's people around you in this scenario where they're envious or they just have bad intentions for you. But I feel like more than that, I do want to mention also, before I mention the feeling of being trapped, is that the devil can also represent vices. So I feel like for some of you guys, you might really be having to quit things like smoking or over drinking, things like that. But I feel like the most common scenario here is the feeling of being trapped. And right now, there's currently a quarantine going on. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you feel trapped, right? You feel trapped and you feel like you can't really escape the situation. And that's what's got you in this Queen of Cups energy, right? And even though I kind of like have been talking about the Queen of Cups as being you, it may very well be your partner because I see both the King and the Queen here. So just take the energy that you resonate most with, right? Some people are like more feminine men, they associate with the Queen of Cups. Some people are more masculine women, right? And gender and sexual orientation doesn't really matter here. It's just the energy here, right? Energy A and B. So I'm thinking that here somebody is sort of working through this, and at the same time the other person is working through this. And I feel like with your powers combined, you're going to see the powerful outcomes that I see here, because I see the Sun card. The Sun card is the happiest card in the tarot deck, right? And it's also your ruling planet because Leo is ruled by the Sun. So I think for a lot of you guys, you're seeing a lot of this powerful transformation. It's just taking a little bit longer. So it kind of, because it looks so gradual, it's barely noticeable. But trust me when I say it's there. And I'm seeing this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm thinking that whatever sort of troubles you're having at work, you're going to see them resolve themselves over time. You just have to make sure to be patient and keep a level head, because if you're in a bad kind of an energy, like overly aggressive, mean, unreasonable, some more of these like devil traits, you're going to see a lot more ruin in your work. So I feel like if you're able to sort of stifle off this energy where it's like unreasonable, mean, evil kind of energy, and you're sort of very nice and agreeable and just happy, that's going to manifest in your life more of that same happiness, right? It's kind of like how people say you got to fake it till you make it until you're confident. Well, this is like putting on your happy customer service voice and going through life that way so that you're able to manifest a lot more of this happiness with the Sun card, even though it's coming in on its own. So either way, I can see this becoming the energy, the catalyst that allows this Eight of Pentacles to really be in the upright and shine through. Pentacles shine, right? So I feel like you guys are just like so close to getting there, but like it can be very difficult because you're spending so much time balancing all these matters on both of your hands. But either way, Leo, just be confident, be assured of yourself, and be aware that your sun moment is coming and you will bask out in the sun once again. But that was your reading first time around, Leo. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like or a comment because it really helps out the channel, and I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new Leo videos on Friday, but in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading.